Are you prepared for the abyss, viewers? If you've been following me so far, the answer is no. On Let's Play Ultima 4. And today, we will do our best to take care of that. What I want to do, first of all, is take the moon gate from Jellum here, where I left off, to Scarabri, and then from there to Minok. Because there is one more thread of conversation I wish to complete over there. We'll edit out this waiting. Alright, there we go. We want the full moon on the right. There it is. Almost missed it, I was still in the sat screen, but whatever. If you know where you're going and what to do, do not worry about this step. I'm just doing this to show how the information is supposed to lead you, but there's no actual sequence trigger or anything that you need to go through here. But you will recall that at some point earlier in the game, we were told that when we become 8 parts Avatar, which we are now, we should go talk to Zircon the Smith over here about the mystic weapons and armor that he forged at some point. This is, if you've forgotten, definitely Zircon, not the other Smith. There is exactly one in all of Britannia. By asking him about the mystics, we learn that he did indeed make such things, and he gave them to Sir Simon and Lady Tessa. You may remember Simon and Tessa from much earlier in the game in the village of Paz. 2 people who stood around saying absolutely nothing but, "I know a secret, nya nya." So that is the secret they're supposed to know and that you're supposed to go ask them about. So to get to Paz, what I'm actually going to do is take the moon gate from Minok to Trinsic. Once I get over there. Alright, I can never remember where exactly this moon gate is, but it's somewhere up here. And for Trinsic, I want the gibbous waning, which will take a moment, so I'll probably edit this a bit. There it is. Alright. If this is too long, I may edit this walk out. You know the way from Trinsic to Paz by now, I hope. I hope I know the way from Trinsic to Paz. I don't have my map open here. Okay, over on the other side of this river, I think. There it is. Again, if you know where you're going, you don't actually need to do this step for any reason. These are Simon and Tessa right here. And the secret they know is the mystics. They can only be found once you've attained enlightenment all 8 virtues, which, yes, we have. I don't believe the game is smart enough to know if you are lying here and penalize you, so you could have answered yes dishonestly much earlier in the game and gotten this information, but I didn't because I'm the Avatar, or I shall be the Avatar. But the mystic weapons are in Serpent Castle in the training room, which is clear on the other side of Britannia. Great. This person is Simon. He knows about the Mystic Arms, and yes, we are indeed 8 parts Avatar. And they are in the Oak Grove. That's not very specific, but the Oak Grove is in Empath Abbey. Now, they are indeed telling the truth that you cannot actually find either of these until you become 8 parts Avatar. You will search and find nothing, even if you know the correct spot to search in. But I am actually going to walk overland from Pause towards you. Because there's just no great way to make this work out with moongates. Alright, I'm going completely the wrong direction. I want to go around this side of these mountains. And then through the pass here. Had I gone around the mountains the other way, I would have just hit a river and been unable to come this way. U is somewhere roughly north of here, but I'm going a little more westish here to get to Empath Abbey. There it is. You don't even have to go through the forest to get here. So the Oak Grove, if you remember correctly, is over to the side of the throne room here. Should have plenty of keys still. Okay, I think it's somewhere... Okay, first try, got it. So when you get the Mystic Armor, you actually get 8 of them at once. It's actually a robe, not armor, but whatever. And we will need that because we're not ready. We will need all 8 of those because we will eventually need to have 8 party members, and we will want them all wearing the Mystic Armor. Alright. With that done, I'm going to stumble through the forest here to find the moon gate outside of you. Hopefully. Okay, what am I looking at? That river? Okay, I think I know where I am. Okay, there's you. And if the encounters will ever give me a break, the moon gate is just up to the northwest from here. Right in this clearing. So I'm going to take this moon gate back to Jellum. Okay, here we go. I want the half moon waxing. Like that. And we are back where we started. And I took the moon gates and left the ship here, because now I need to make the roundabout sea voyage over to Serpent's Hold. But happily, for once, the wind is actually cooperating with me. That is less ideal for wind, but I can deal with it still. It is this island, right? I think this is it. Yes. Okay, that was much less painless than it could have been. So this is the training room, and I believe the weapons are smack in the middle of it. Yep. And again, we get 8 of them. Carrot swords. Got it. I will not be using that myself, because the mystic weapons are melee weapons. They are extremely powerful melee weapons, they do max damage, but I think it is so much more useful to use ranged weapons in most situations that I am going to deal with the lower max damage of ranged weapons and just keep those equipped wherever I can. But what I will be doing, I can't believe I actually got exactly the right place, but I am going to stop by Buccaneer's Den here and acquire some more of those weapons. Not the tavern. If they'll let me get to the counter, thank you. Come on. You know I'm about to clean out your treasury, don't you? So the first thing I want to do, because I'm not actually using them, is to sell most of those mystic swords I just bought. Because they give you a lot of gold for them. So much that I'm not going to be able to carry all of it at once, so... I actually maxed out a little more than I intended to, but whatever. No, I don't want to sell that staff. But what I want to do, instead of using those mystic swords, is here I'm going to buy 2 more magic wands. Also, 1 magic bow. Need to sell 1 more sword to get enough for the second wand. And that shop menu is annoyingly inconsistent. But we now have 1 magic bow and 2 magic wands, which is my goal for this town. We were told somewhere or other much earlier that we absolutely need the mystic weapons and armor because only they will work in the Abyss, or only they will save us in the Abyss, or something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what the dialogue was. That's not entirely true. What that actually means is that non-magical weapons and armor will not do anything in the Abyss. If you just have a regular old sling or bow or whatever, it'll just do no damage as far as I can tell. But if you have any kind of magic weapon, basically anything that has the word magic in the name, those work just fine. So I can still use all the high-tier magic missile weapons, like the ones I just bought, just fine. And those are the things that I'm going to be relying on for most of my future party. The only people who I will have using the actual mystic arms are a couple of people who cannot use any of the magical missile weapons. So the mystic arms are indeed the only weapons they will be able to use effectively. Okay, I know the castle is over here somewhere. Where did it go? Did not mean to get into that combat, but that's fine. I will just leave that boat right there, and hopefully it'll still be there when I'm done with the rest of my business. So I'm going to go heal at Lord British and be right back down to here. Oh, that's right, I forgot. I am level 8 now. I still need that elevation. Okay, we're healed. I will meet you back downstairs. As I've said before, you do actually need to be level 8 to complete the game. So if you're not level 8 yet, this would be the time to go grind. Hopefully that's not necessary. And that is because the number of party members you can have is limited by your current level. If you're not high enough level, they just get told thou art not experienced enough or something. But the next thing I need to do before I deal with the end game, there is a 3-part key I need to be getting from the altar rooms in the dungeons that I haven't looked at yet, but I am now going to do. And the way I'm going to do that is by going through Hythloth. As you will recall, you can get to Hythloth through a back door in Lord British's castle there. And Hythloth, being the anti-virtue of spirituality, which involves all 3 of the principles. One moment while I get my map open here. Okay, I was saying, Hythloth opposes all 3 of the principles, therefore. So it has entrances to all 3 of the altar rooms. Because that's just how things work in Britannia. So, first thing I want to do is go west. Unfortunately, I have to deal with poison fields. Not a big deal, though. Take 1 step into the poison field, turn right and go north. That takes you into the altar room of love, where there are demons. So there are 4 exits to each of the altar rooms. They all have the same map. Each direction you can leave would take you into a different dungeon, all of which involve opposing the principle of love in some way. I don't recall what the order is offhand, but whatever. And once you've cleared out the demons, all you do is you go to the altar here, and you say, use stone. And you need to tell it what 4 stones you use. So, hopefully I can remember this on screen. The virtues that interact with the principle of love are compassion, for which the stone is yellow. Justice, for which the stone is green. Sacrifice, for which the stone is orange, and Spirituality, for which the stone is white. And that gives us part of the key. That's somewhere in our inventory, right? Yeah, there it is. 3-part key. We have the L, because L is for love. Okay, we're done here. So, we now go back into this poison field, take 2 more steps to the west. I am stunned I have not gotten poisoned yet. And then go north to this door. And this takes us into the Altar Room of Truth, which also has demons and is completely identical. I think the monsters vary a little bit depending on which dungeon you enter the Altar Rooms from. At this point, it's not a big deal. Okay, so again, use a stone. There are 4 virtues that interact with truth. They are honesty, for which the stone is blue, justice, for which it's green, honor, which is purple, and spirituality, for which it's white. Yay! Hopefully you figured out how all this works by now. There's the poison. If I haven't made it clear how exactly the virtue system works in passing during the commentary, I may try and make a bonus episode explaining that one of these days, so watch out for that. Once I finish the main series, I do not want to fight that Reaper. Let's go this way. That poison isn't going to matter once I get into the altar rooms, so... or into the rooms, that's just fine. This is not an altar room, this is a regular altar room, or a regular dungeon room that has dragons. I'm pretty sure I've talked about dragons before, so I'm not going to bother now. I got that one. Thank you. Okay, that took entirely too long. If you leave this room to the west, there are a couple more rooms with a couple of annoying things in them, and then eventually you get to a pretty good-sized treasure room. I'm not going to bother with that. I have all the treasure I could possibly want with selling the Mystic Arms. Instead, there is a secret door right above me here. Go there. That opens an exit to the east. That's the way we want to go. For some reason, they made this altar room a little harder. By the way, if you were to sell, discard, or equip all of the Mystic Arms or armor from your inventory, you would be able to go back to the spot and search again and get an entirely new set of 8. So if you really needed massive amounts of gold for some reason, all you need to do is equip all of the armor on someone, or discard it, or sell it, or whatever, and just keep finding it and reselling it, and you can get basically infinite gold that way. I think you get more than enough gold just from one round of them, especially since I'm not using most of the Mystic Swords. but it is a thing you could do if you were really hard up for money. But for now, what we want to do is exit that room to the north. Oh dear, Gazer. Alright, exit that room to the north, keep going north. That will take us into the Altar Room of Courage. Just like all the other ones. Okay, once again, use stones. The virtues that are involved in courage are valor by definition, for which the stone is red, sacrifice, for which the stone is orange, honor, for which it's purple, and spirituality, for which it's white. If you know your color wheel, hopefully this is making sense to you. Those are all primary and secondary colors that have red in them, if you're going by light-based colors, not additive colors. Whatever. So, we now have some TLC for the 3-part key. Done. So I am, for simplicity, going to go back out into Hithloth to the south, or Hilothi, whatever one want to call it. And I'm going to mix and cast my exit spell, ADE. Now, from earlier in this playthrough, you'll recall we came out here and found the balloon outside of the real entrance to Hithloth. Also, just to show you as long as I'm here, I think we can see it from here. See that area to the northwest there? That is actually where the abyss is. Just so you know, because I will be coming there normally very soon. That purple stuff, by the way, is all lava. So that will be enjoyable. And if you interpret the sextant position, we are at the far southwest or far southeast of Britannia, off the map. But we don't have to worry about that right now. Right now we just need to get off this island without a boat. Or a balloon. Whatever shall we do? Well, I'm going to be taking advantage of the gate travel spell, which is G. The reagents for that we found from someone or other are A, F, and H, Ash, Pearl, and Mandrake. And the way the gate travel spell works is you cast it, and you tell it numerically what phase of the moon you want to travel to. As a programmer, this confused me because I expect this to be 0-based, and 0 being Moonglow. It's not, it's 1-based. 1 is the new moon, which is Moonglow. 2 is the waxing crescent, which is Britain. And Britain. Game! Okay, once again, mix gate travel, AFH. Britain is the waxing crescent, which is phase number 2. And Britain is where I want to go right now. Alright. So with that taken care of, I am going to go into the castle, heal at Lord British, and move on to the Abyss next time. Thank you for watching, and good night.